Good morning. My talk today is on digital transformation. This is a word that we use all around us. We're seeing it in the industry. It's happening, especially it's been accelerated with the new pandemic and the labor shortage issues that we are seeing. So before I move forward, let me introduce my company, SICK. We are one of the leading companies in the world for sensor intelligence. Been in business for over 75 years. Uh, some of our products used across different parts, different our sensors, as I would say. It's used across for presence detections, industrial safety analyzers, flow measurements, industrial integration space, and then for systems, motion control sensors, etc. So there's a lot more new and the emerging new technologies for time of flight and artificial intelligence, deep learning. So this is a constantly evolving, and we have a big investment in R&D and newer technologies moving forward. Little bit about myself. My name is David Prakash. I'm the Director of Business Consulting for Industry 4.0. Been in the industry for over 30 years, working on automation systems, information systems, integrating the systems, and very familiar with the new emerging IoT and the cloud standards and interfaces as well. So sensor intelligence, as we say. I borrow a word from the automotive industry. It's where the rubber meets the road. So that is where data is collected. And as we are going through the digital transformation, we need access to data. And data is generated, and the first place where you get access to data is the sensors. So traditional sensors would do just the sensing and give you the values, but the sensors are now getting smarter. The new sensors have a lot of computing power. They have their ability to communicate with external systems, and now they're becoming intelligent sensors. So they're not just, they can collect additional information, give you some other characteristics, contextual information along with the sensed value, so that now you have actionable data. So the sensors are getting smart, and we have capabilities within our sensors now to do a lot of the processing and others and moving forward. So take a step back. Look around us. What's happening when we say digital transformation? The way we used to listen to music, CDs and iPods, they all disappeared. Technology has changed. Now we are streaming them through Spotify. Look at how we watch movies. Blockbuster doesn't exist. We don't rent video cassettes anymore. We are now streaming them through one of the streaming, Netflix, Hulu, you name it. Same thing the way we shop, especially in the last few years, has accelerated with this all, with everything going online. So malls are getting more emptier, and everybody's shopping online. So digital transformation is not new. It has been coming slowly, and it is now pervasive. It's the way we interact in our lifestyle, the way we access our thermostats, the way we access our doorbells. Everything's getting digital. We are now seeing digital transformation happening inside our four walls of the factory. The other thing that's happening is the enabling technology, the fourth industrial revolution. Industry 4.0 has brought in a lot of the newer technology, the internet connectivity, the cloud, the big data analysis, and all that is now being leveraged as we move forward, and especially in the DC side and warehouse side, it's moving us forward. And as I said right at the beginning, sensor is where the rubber meets the road. So sensor is the foundation. That is the foundation on which we build anything. So before you build a house, you need to have a strong foundation, and sensors is the foundation that it provides to you. The other thing that we are seeing, the topic today is of robotics, right? How robotics is changing along with this in this digital transformation. Now, robots have been in the industry for quite a while, but they used to be stationary. They did a lot of the works that was repeatable, did it safely, and did it with good accuracy and with little waste. Well, now the robots are getting smarter. We have added vision to the robotics. Now they can see. We have added mobility. Now we have autonomous mobile robots that can move around the whole warehouse or the other facilities. So robotics has expanded. And how has SICK done that with our sensors? Well, if you see on the slide here, we have added a lot more capabilities, and I mentioned something about vision. So the vision, the picking, the arms, every aspect of a robot is facilitated, improved upon by using our sensors. You know, so this is a small subset of all the different product offerings that we have and which we see in the industry that is enabling the whole robotics to move forward. And as I mentioned earlier, robotics has picked up a lot, especially in the current environment with the pandemic and with the labor shortage that we are seeing. More and more of the warehouses and the distribution centers are getting automated a lot more. So here's a subset of some of the, just to give you an idea of all the different solutions that are going out there for robotics enhancements. So whether it's robotics for speed, for area protection, robotics for picking up and identifying the right pieces as it picks up, which is basically adding the vision part to the robot so they can see now, mobility part so they can actually move around. So I have some examples here of how the whole digital transformation is happening within the industry, within the four walls of the distribution centers as well as warehouses, and how we are moving towards scanless operations. Here's some example of that one. How we are going around with production logistics, how we do a track and trace as products are moving through our warehouses, through our facilities, and doing that with as much minimizing the labor side and doing a lot more with automation and with robotics, and not just stationary robots, as I mentioned earlier, even with autonomous vehicles, mobile robots that are moving product all the way through the facility. So here's some examples. I'm not going to go into the details of that. For that, you can always access our website or contact us. But here are some of the solutions for indoor localization, for moving, for tracking, as well as from a safety point of view, to make sure that the operation is safe. Especially even if you're using traditional forklift trucks, taking advantage of technology for backup assist systems and others to make sure that you're doing it in a safe way. RFID is another newer, is being adopted a lot with the tags being embedded inside a lot of our products so that you can track it as it moves through all the scenario within the warehouse. So here's another example of it. More of it as you can come by in our booth here and we can see it there, but just to highlight at a high level, different levels of solutions that are coming into the warehouse, into the distribution center. I did mention autonomous mobile robots. So that and this whole topic today is on robotics. So you can see the robotics is expanding right now. It's not just stationary. Robots are moving. Robots are thinking. Robots are looking. They have vision capabilities as well, and trying to do that all in a safe manner. And we have sensors and applications that enables them to do that in a safe way. So what is really underlying what's happening is integrating your production data. Everybody wants access to the information. So of course we want to do everything safely on the shop floor, on the production floor, on the warehouses, but we also want to collect data so we can do analysis, we can do analytics on it, and we can find you can use continuous improvement methodology to improve your functioning and find out using other principles like Six Sigma and others to find out how do you bring efficiency in your movement of goods through your warehouse, because we only have so much size and volume is increasing. How do you increase efficiency without adding more square footage to your warehouse? I mentioned at the very beginning about Industry 4.0. That's the fourth industrial revolution. And there's an underlying technology, and I mentioned the newer technology, the cloud connectivity, and the ability to pull data in from different sensors, the newer modern way of communicating, hyper connectivity of the sensors. Well, here's an example of how SICK is doing it. We have gateways and solutions in place that can pull data from your legacy sensors, the older ones, the new smart sensors, and not just that, also from some of your safety devices, put them in a standardized, normalized manner, whether it's structured or unstructured data, whether it's time series data or event-based data, pull all that stuff, consolidate that, add some contextual information to this raw data, and then make it actionable data for doing analysis at either at the data level or in the cloud as well. So we are very right on the forefront, using a lot of the newer technologies and helping our sensors get smarter and leverage these new emerging technologies. The other thing I want to mention is, digital transformation. We are talking about digital transformation. Another thing that we all have pretty much got accustomed to is mobile apps. You know, all of us walk around with smartphones. We download an app. It's on a standard phone, but whether you want to look at the weather or you want to look at your stocks, you download the appropriate app and then you use it, the same standard hardware. Well, a similar concept is now coming into our sensors. Our cameras, for example, you can have the same camera hardware-wise, but then you can use it for different applications, whether it's for quality control, barcode reading, or some other applications. So you can download the appropriate app and then use the camera appropriately to do your functional needs, provide you what you're need to perform. So app space is something that we have introduced, and we call it it's our engineering framework, so that allows you to build on it. And using this, I use this the iPhone example here of an app store, but this is a similar concept, just to get the concept across, that there's a app studio out there. There's apps available for you to download for your specific application. You also have the tool set to go write your own app or download an app that is freely available and modify it for your specific application. So here's an example where you can use whether it's for label detection, calibration, navigation, classification. You can do a lot of different things, different applications on a standardized hardware. So just to show the concept. So the sensors are getting smarter. They're a lot more software-based, app-based, and leveraging the standard hardware platform that we have, so that you minimize the inventory of hardware that you have to store in your manufacturing facility. So we talked about distribution center and warehouse, but SICK is not limited to that. We have a solution that spans the entire supply chain, whether it is on your logistics side, it is on your logistics side, it's on your factory side, or even on your distribution, all the way out there to manufacturing, even on the processing side. So we have solutions that takes you track and trace your products as it moves through your entire supply chain, from as we call from where if it's in the retail or grocery industry, it's from farm to fork. If this thing is cradle to grave, whatever terminology you want to use, but we have the capabilities and solutions to take you all the way through that one. Some other aspects that we also have is, I talked about sensors and softwares, but the software is also becoming a big part of our offerings. So sensors combined with software gives you analytics, gives you a better insight of how your process is doing, how your sensors are performing, their diagnostics, their performance level, and then you can do a lot of other stuff. So we have a lot of analytical softwares available as well, whether you're scan tunnels or the other aspects, or even safety, baggage. There's a lot of these are application-specific analytics packages for different industry. So that just to show that the sensor is the foundation. We start with the sensor, and then we move further up, take the data, do the analytics on premises, or we take it all the way through our edge gateway and provide the analytics within our own cloud solutions, which are these are subscription services that are available for you within the cloud, that you can also take advantage of if you want to bring it all into a central place and then have a global monitoring, or monitor it from anywhere else, and take advantage of a lot of the big data lake available within the cloud platform to do a higher level big data analysis that you want to do with the data coming from the shop floor or from the distribution center. So this is kind of shows you how do we do it, how within SICK we do and take advantage of the Industry 4.0. We have a lot of point solutions, and how do we do it, the connectivity wise, and how we do it safely. So safety is another big underlie. I'll underline that in our offering. Safety plays a big role. So we want to do the connectivity, but we want to do it in a safe way. So the other advantage we have now with the cloud solution going in, now you have visibility to your sensors all the way. And this is a good example here of how we can pull data all the way from the sensors, pull it in through our edge gateway, take it all the way through a cloud platform, and now do a mashup of it along with your geographical or a map of your plant, and show you how the status of all the sensors all over. Now you have a much, much broader view of how everything is performing and where the issues are coming in. So take advantage of the newer Industry 4.0 concepts as well. So here's a call to action to everybody. Let's start the future together. Involve SICK. We have solutions. Come by. And thank you for your time. And if you need more details for us, come visit us within our booth 8411, or my contact information is out there. Reach out to us, send us an email, and we will respond to you. And hopefully we get a chance to move forward together and build the future. Thank you.